Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, I hear ya. Doing alright myself though, thanks. So in the last video, we did a bunch of Yama, Slayer, and TOA, and I reached 500 Expert Mode TOA, and this is the collection log I have to show for it. On the other side of things, with Yama, as you just saw, we did get the Oath Plate legs in the last video, so we now have the helmet and the legs. As I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video, I want to try out the Doom boss. The Doom boss? The Delve boss? I'm not sure, whichever it is. The Doom has already been out for well over a month, but every week they've been adding a ton of quality of life things to it that I assume probably make it easier and easier. Here we have July 30th, Delve boss changes. August 6th, Doom of Makayodal changes, and there's a lot from this update. We go to the next one, August 13th, Delve boss updates and what we're watching. Next week, August 20th, Delve boss changes. And then August 27th, we finally had a week without any Doom changes, so I assume that means they got it into a good point where they want it to be and they don't see any further changes needed in the near future at least. And now that Doom is in a place where they seem to like it, today, this update from September 3rd, we now have the combat achievements for Doom. I wasn't waiting for the combat achievements necessarily because I cared about getting the combat achievements done for it. It's more so because the implication of having the combat achievements out means that they're probably not going to be doing many more updates to make the boss easier like how they have been for the last month. With the bulk of the changes out of the way, I am ready to delve in to this new boss. I haven't really watched much content of the fight. I've seen like clips here and there, but I don't really know how the loop of the fight goes or how the fight goes really in general, so I need to watch some guides and read up on some stuff on the wiki. But these 3 items are so good to get. It's crazy that 3 such good items come from one boss, and it'd be very nice to get one of them. I don't know, we'll see how things go. I'm gonna get geared up for now though. It looks like you want to use Darklight rather than Emberlight because it looks like they do the same thing, except the Darklight will have less death costs and it seems like you're gonna be dying a lot. But you can't already have an Emberlight to be able to reclaim a Darklight, so let's go through the chat dialogue and I'll be able to buy a Darklight for 1k GP. When you go down the lift to get to Doom, there's a bit of a run, but you can speed it up a little bit. If you come over to this chest, you get these 2 teleporters. So I don't know what the most ideal tiles are. I'll figure it out. I just figure because you spawn right here, so maybe this one right here. Okay, that'll be a good spot to place the first one. The second one, we're gonna, yeah, my GPU struggles pretty hard down here, so kind of have to zoom in a bit. We're gonna place the other one up here. They can't be spaced any more than 30 tiles apart. Let's see if it lets me place it right here. Will that work? No, too far away. Right here? No. Right here? Okay, here? No. I'm just gonna guess and check one tile at a time. There we go. So now you could click teleport, and it will teleport you back and forth between the 2. And this is where you go to get to the Doom, so it saves a little bit of time. But when you go down here, there is a little bit more of a run to get to the boss, but at least you could speed it up a little bit. Here we are in the Doom area. There's a scoreboard here. Let's read the scoreboard. General stats. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and then what's Delve stats? Okay, it's about what you would expect, huh? I typed in Doom in the plugin hub, and this one seems like it'd be really useful. Larva Tracker, let's get that. If we take a look at the gravestone fee, it is 13k when I die, and I do expect to die a lot. I'm wearing the Dehyde boots instead of Pegasians because with Pegasians it was 60 something k, which isn't terrible, but if you're gonna be dying a lot, I see where that could probably add up. I could use Protect Item with the Pegasians, but I don't want to have to worry about doing that right now. Maybe later on I'll end up doing that, but for now, this is what I got. Here's the setup. I'm sure it'll change. No, I died. Wave 1 is hard. Oh, it's only 3k. Okay. Is there a like reduction in the fee for when you're starting out? Oh yeah, it says the fee is reduced by 75% until you have 20 total delves. I think total delves means waves, total waves completed. It's pretty far from a bank, but because I'm learning, supplies probably don't really matter if I'm just like running to try and do like wave 1 or 2 or something. So I can just run right back in without having to grab more supplies because this should be enough, right? I did it! I beat wave 1! Wow, 111 PB. For wave 1, wow. And then No way, crazy loot. Your delve level is 1, or your delve KC1 is 111 with 1 total delve and deepest delve. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Descend into wave 2. This is kind of nice. Doesn't start until I actually click here to continue, so I could ponder life. I did wave 2 as well. I feel like I just got lucky with that, but I still did it, so sick. And I died. What was that? Expose Doom combat achievement. You can just click on it to view the task. Defeat Doom during its melee charge phase. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at where I am with the combat achievements. I think before today's update, I want to say I was 283 points to master. I'm now 316. I'm just perpetually hovering around 300 because I keep getting tasks done and they keep adding new bosses. But one of my long-term goals is to get the master tier CAs done. I got a spirit seed from wave 1 and I figured that's probably worth keeping, so my first time claiming loot. It's nice that you can send it right to your bank and I can start right back again if I want to. Oh, I did it! I beat wave 3. That's pretty tough. And then I got Doom Adept. Let's open that up or just view it. Defeat Doom at delve level 3. Ooh, I beat wave 4. For the first time. I don't care, bro. I'm gonna play with the inventory tags. It's probably gonna help. Well, I actually beat wave 5. I was not expecting to be able to do that. That was actually my first try at wave 5, so that's a pretty good feeling. I really want to claim the loot, but I know the best way to learn is going to be like going through the waves and dying over and over. Like being able to make it further and further and dying and learning from my deaths will be more valuable than claiming the loot now and not learning what it's like to be in wave 6. Dang, dude. There's a lot going on. There's some Pendant of Aids teleports I don't have unlocked. This one would be pretty close. Probably would be faster than what I've been doing of like teleporting to the Hunter Guild and then taking the Quetzal teleport over here and running. So I'm gonna unlock the statue. I think you just activate it. Is that it? Now I should be able to, yep, I could teleport to Castori now using the Pendant of Eights. This will be my first time claiming loot beyond wave 1, or well, my first time claiming demon tiers, and that should be a collection log slot once I claim here. I'm about to get 6 hour logged and my supplies aren't looking that good anyways, so let's claim. Yes. And there it is, new collection log slot, demon tier. I have actually been woodcutting a decent amount. I haven't showed it in the progress videos, but I guess when you woodcut them, it doesn't show up in the collection log. This is only the Doom ones that you get as loot from the boss. So it's my first time getting them from here. I'll show later on in the video how much I've chopped, because it's been a pretty decent amount. That's my first new collection log slot in a while too. Let's look at the overview. The last slot I got was the Jewel of a Masket 21 days ago. I have not been getting too many collection log slots recently. Oh, that's so much loot, 800k worth, and it'll be the waste stones too. I'm gonna claim it here because I want to get the collection log. Let's get those waste stones. New collection log slot, slot number 1090. And that is all of the easy collection log slots completed, or yeah, all 2 of the easy or free collection log slots. There's now just the pet and the 3 rare unique items. This waste stone, it's a consumable teleport that gets you pretty close to Doom. The loot tracker is keeping track of each time I claim the loot, so we will be able to see how much loot that I claim in total, although the number of KC isn't exactly relevant. Oh, it gives elite clues as well, and then you see the elites, and I want to claim it so bad, but I know it's not worth it, but it kind of is worth it. Maybe I could do like 1 or 2 more waves and then claim it. Dang it. There goes the elite. Oh yeah, and the fee has gone to its full amount now because I've completed 20 waves. It was a whole 13k. I put an extra primordial crystal in Death's Coffer a long time ago. It was, I don't know how much, like 20, 25, 30 mil, whatever it was. It was a long time ago, and that has still covered my death fees up until this day from that one item. And even to this day, I still have 17 mil worth of deaths left. Oh no, I've spawned on the acid. Is that gonna poison me if I just run? Oh, nice. I finally made it through wave 5 again, but I don't really have supplies to keep on going, so claim. Definitely the most amount of supplies I've had going into wave 5. Pretty happy with that. Oh, wave 6 time. Oh man, it's a tough wave. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. By this point, I was making it to wave 6 a decent amount of times. Not that I'm super consistent with getting there, I do still make a lot of mistakes, but I was still getting to wave 6 sometimes, but I just could not beat that wave. As for all these tile markers, I got them from Muffin's video, which I'll link in the description. The tile markers only show up for wave 6 and above. And as I'm recording this, I don't fully understand how all these tiles work since I'm still learning, so I will refer you to that video for an in-depth and well-articulated explanation. Even though it's only been one day of trying Doom, I can already see how this really challenges and pushes people's skill. There is so much clicking. You are always doing something, whether it's switching prayers, switching gear, running around, clicking NPCs, clicking potions, clicking spells. There's just so much brain power that goes into this. And that's kind of the opposite of what I'm used to doing and what I typically enjoy doing. I like zoning out to a Slayer boss or doing activities where it may take some effort to initially learn it, but where you can eventually turn your brain off once you figure it out. Or maybe it does get that way here for people, and maybe it's too soon for me to be saying that, but it really does seem like there's not the same formula or pattern that you can follow for every kill. Just like Inferno and Coliseum, it seems like you need to adapt to whatever you're given. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just sharing my thought process right now because it's a progress video and I'm progressing my mental state. And it'll be interesting to look back at this in the future and see how my mindset has changed. This is the furthest I made it in wave 6, and it felt like everything just happened to go right. I will let the rest of the clip play though. I did it! Yes! Yes, I beat wave 6. Oh man, I have a lot of supplies. I guess there's nothing too important here. Oh man, I was thinking about how the loot system in Doom is pretty similar to Coliseum. You can claim your loot after you finish each wave or go further and get more loot. But there's one difference that may not seem big, but it is actually pretty big mentally, which is that in the Coliseum, it shows you the loot you'll get from the wave you're about to complete before you start the wave, whereas Doom only shows you the loot that you just earned already after you have completed the wave. There's already enough pressure and stress from the challenge of Doom itself. I can't imagine the additional stress that would be caused by knowing you have a unique on the line for the upcoming wave. I feel like every time I die, or most of the time, it's to a dumb mistake, and that's good to realize it's a dumb mistake because that implies you know what you're doing wrong. Yet, I keep making a lot of the same mistakes, so I don't know, maybe the learning process feels different because I'm only losing 5 to 10 minutes of progress compared to something like Inferno where you can lose a couple hours of progress when you die. So every death means a lot more in that case compared to here where I'm just dying over and over. Still me trying to do Yama with Spook Dog as much as possible, which usually ends up being like close to every day or every other day for an hour. Currently at 467 KC. I remember when we first started Yama, it was pretty stressful and we kept dying, and then it's kind of funny having done Doom all day today, being stressed out, and now going to Yama to relax and watch some YouTube and chill. I just realized I was using the lower tier of Demon Bane spell because I had that set still from doing Doom. So this was this kill was a little bit slower. It's my fault.
How dare you?
Actually, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
How many Soul Flame horns do you have now?
3, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, we're tied.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, I guess that means we have to do the back-to-back.
No, we don't.
I guess we won't find out what the back-to-back is until tomorrow.
Yeah.
TY4Y.
TY for Y.
The grubs are stuck behind there. They're getting trapped. Most of them are trapped in the rocks over there. Some of them can get through though. I know I looked at this at the start, but I didn't really think about it or comprehend it, I guess, because I was thinking, I wish there was a plugin that would show how many times you've completed each wave and gave some stats on that. But then I came over here and I realized that it's already built into the game. It tells you how many times you've completed each wave and what your PB is for each wave. And here's the other board, currently 19 deaths. Usually I would AFK barbfish or AFK redwoods, but I have a new activity to do today, which is to make more of these house teleports. I'm not bringing the max cape with me because, like I said before, the death fee costs can really add up. So it's actually a good thing that I saved these house tabs in the bank from before. However, this is all I have and I might end up going through all these eventually. So I'm gonna start using up the soft clay. I think the majority of the soft clay came from moons because you get a bunch of noted soft clays that drop. It feels so wrong to be making telly tabs on a maxed account, but like there's a niche use for it. And it's been so long since I made them that I don't think this was even the interface that there was for making tabs last time I did this. Very cool though. Always love this animation. I got the Action Progress plugin doing its thing here. You may notice I have the noted soft clay in my inventory, and that's because I just don't feel like opening up the bank each time. I'm just going to use the banknote to unnote them on the bank chest. I probably should have double checked this before making all these tablets. I just kind of assumed, but if I check the death fees with the max cape in my inventory, it's still 13k, so it's just a couple of guides I watched, they had the house tabs in there, and the wiki had the house tabs as well, so I just assumed that that's like the thing everyone did, but I can in fact bring the max cape instead, and that would be good because then it gives the holy wrench effect for the superstores. Revive me, no! I got the wave completion, but I didn't. It did count on the notice board for a wave 5 completion. Ew, what the heck? Alkin doing a birdhouse run, who would have thought? Wait, it's glowing? Does that... Oh! Oh! Yes! I actually got a thing. This is my third time beating wave 6. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Claim, yes. Claiming loot early. Yes, 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 yes! Dude, I'm like just trying to learn it. I'm not like... I haven't really been thinking about actually the fact you could get items. Let me take that out. Oh my god. I actually got it. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, yes. I can't believe I actually got something. Yeah, they added this glowing thing, because normally it's not glowing on the inside here, but I saw that, I was like, wait a second. I know I haven't made it to wave 7 that many times, only like 3 times, but I don't think there's supposed to be a glowing thing just because you make it to wave 7, so actually, how do I leave? Leave, okay. Wow. I cannot believe that. Dude, yes, let's take a look at the scoreboard. I made 25 deaths so far, and then there's the stats, how many waves I've completed. Oh man. The Makayodo cloth is an upgrade to the Tormented bracelet to make the new Best in Slot magic bracelet. But to combine them together, you have to use 10,000 demon tears. I mentioned earlier in the video that throughout the last few videos since Varlamore Part 3 came out, I have been chopping the demon tears, which is pretty slow. I forgot the exact amount per hour, but it's a few hundred per hour. Let's see how many demon tears I have and if it's enough to do the upgrade that we need 10k for. I've gotten 1600 just from doing Doom, but let's see how much I've chopped in total along with what I've just gotten. I have 28k. It's not like I would sit around the computer chopping the tiers. I would only ever go to chop tiers if we were about to leave the house or go do something for an extended period of time that we'd be gone for at least 20 or 25 minutes. So this is all basically 0 time. It's like if I wasn't chopping these, I would just simply not be logged in. So I wouldn't say I was wasting time. I guess I could set up at redwoods and gain 5 minutes of redwood chopping, but versus 25 minutes of cutting demon tiers. By the way, I have 28k of them, so let's wait, there's probably a cool animation, or maybe there's a cool animation. Let's see, use the cloth on the Tormented bracelet. The cloth itself is untradeable, but the item that you make, the Confliction gauntlets, it is tradable. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, you have to be in a bank. Okay, let's use it on that. Do you wish to make a pair of Confliction gauntlets from the cloth? Tormented Bracelet and 10k Demon Tears. It's non-reversible and will consume all the items. Yes. This is very cool. Oh, wow, they made such a cool, unique animation for that. That is awesome. Wow, I really liked that. That was like, it felt like I was doing a big thing rather than just, I don't know, putting a couple of items together. That was really cool. The Confliction Gauntlets. Inspect. What does Inspect do? Oh, it just tells you what they do. Let's get rid of this slot in the bank and replace it with the Confliction Gauntlets. Up on screen, I put the stats of the Tormented Bracelet on the left and the new upgrade, the Confliction Gauntlets, on the right. You can see the magic accuracy goes from 10 to 20, so it's a plus 10 for magic accuracy, although there is some negative range accuracy, so probably don't want to hybrid with these on. As for the defense, the Tormented Bracelet does not have any defense bonuses, whereas the Confliction Gauntlets do actually have some defense bonuses. It does maintain the same prayer bonus, it's still plus 2, and then the magic damage goes from 5% to 7%. You need 90 hit points to equip them, and you also need 83 crafting and 70 smithing to be able to make the item in the first place. And then on top of all the stats, there's also a passive effect. This effect only applies if you're using a one-handed weapon, so if you're using a two-handed weapon like the Shadow, it's not going to affect it. But the passive effect makes it so that when you miss a magic attack, the next magic attack of that weapon or spell against the same enemy, it will roll the accuracy twice. There's a lot of math stuff in here that we're not going to get into, but basically it makes it so that if your base accuracy is 95% or above, then this effect isn't really that noticeable, and the lower your base accuracy is, the more significant that accuracy increase is. But yeah, dude, that's pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure I got very lucky with that. I don't think I should have expected an item for quite a while, but that'd be really nice for Yama, because, you know, like I've been saying, and like you've been seeing throughout the videos, we've been doing a lot of Yama. Probably should have done this earlier on in the video, but I just wasn't really focusing on the drops. I just wanted to learn the content, but let's go over the drop rates now for the uniques from Doom. When you complete wave 1, there's no drops that you can get. The drops only start from wave 2 and onwards. When you complete wave 2 though, there's a 1 in 2,500 chance of getting a drop, and the only drop that becomes unlocked from wave 2 is the cloth. The Eye of Ayak only becomes a possible drop starting from wave 3. The Avernic Treads only become a possible drop starting from wave 4, and then the Pet only becomes a possible drop starting from wave 6. For this column, overall chance, this is the odds of seeing a unique drop when you complete that wave. So when you complete wave 2, there's a 1 in 2,500 chance of getting a drop. Completing wave 3 is a 1 in 1,000 chance. Completing wave 4 is 1 in 450, and so on. For this column, cumulative chance, that includes all the prior waves. So for example, if you complete wave 5, that means your run doing waves 1 through 5. Completing wave 5, overall you would have had a 1 in 137 chance of seeing any unique from your run. If you're completing wave 6 consistently, then it'll take you 89 runs on average to see unique if you're making it through wave 6 every time. And then on these right columns, you could see a breakdown of each of the specific uniques, the drop rates of that unique from that wave, and then the cumulative drop rate of the uniques if you complete that wave and all the prior waves. Needless to say, I've gotten very, very lucky getting that first unique, having done only, what, like 30 to 35 runs total, with most of those runs not making it very far since I'm still learning. Here's another attempt at wave 7. And another attempt at wave 7. Here's how this one went. Oh, I did it! By pure luck, I think. There's a lot of luck involved. Oh man, wave 7 completed. I do not have the supplies to be able to keep going, but the loot is like pretty trash anyways, so I guess I may as well just like take the L just to experience what wave 8 is like. Well, here we go. First time beating wave 7, which means it's my first time at wave 8. And after potting up, I am going in with 2 doses of brew. Every single time without fail, once I get to wave 6, it is constant Jad hands for the rest of the run. But this felt a bit different because, yeah, I did still have Jad hands, but I wasn't as stressed as the previous waves. The combination of it being my first time on wave 8, being low on supplies, and not having any good loot on the line that I'm risking, I think all those factors calmed my nerves a little bit. Basically accepting that I was gonna die and didn't care that I was gonna die. I just wanted to get this first time experience. And I don't think this experience can be recreated, mainly because it was my first time on wave 8. And I'll never have a first time at wave 8 Doom ever again. When shield phase came up, it was kind of nice to have that little bit of time to collect my thoughts and get ready for the car. But at this point, I was 30 HP and used up all my brews, so I basically can't make any mistakes, or maybe just one small mistake from this point going forward. You start getting the burrowing phase, or car phase, starting from wave 5, and during the car phase, your attacks are guaranteed to hit. So this is where you'd want to use the Zerite crossbow spec, or dragon knife spec, or maybe I could have used the blowpipe spec to heal. But yeah, the T-bow was going off here until the car phase ended. Then I forgot that the second boulder turns your prayer off too. If you haven't noticed already, you do get double boulders in wave 8. Oh my god, I can't believe I got that close on my first try. Oh, wow, that was crazy. I made it to wave 8 again, once again, not doing too well in supplies, but I wasn't really risking that much on the line, so it wasn't really a big deal to not claim the loot, and I just wanted to get more experience on wave 8. My big downfall here was the big larva spawning. I think I should have ignored it because I focused on it to the point where I forgot to chally the boss, and you can see how that turned out. Oh my gosh. Another unique. Okay. Yes! Yes! No shot, dude. Claim. Oh my god. That's crazy. Wave 6 must be lucky for me or something. Oh my god. That is insane, dude. Okay, let's leave. What? Let's look at the scoreboard here. There's my deaths and some more stats. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe it. The Eye of Ayak. I don't even know what to say, dude. That's so good. So the Eye of Ayak, it's a staff, a powered staff that fits in between the Sang and the Shadow. So it's like having a budget Shadow. So it's very, very good to get. What a day, man. What a day. Let's just dump all this in the bank and grab it out. The Eye of Ayak, it is uncharged. Oh, you can't wield it if it's not charged. The Eye of Ayak, you need 83 magic to equip it. And if we take a look, or here, let's look at the stats first. We'll compare this to the Sang. I have the Sang over here. You can see the magic accuracy, 30 versus 25. Defense bonuses are a little bit different. It has 2 prayer bonus. I did not know that. But if we scroll down a little bit, you'll see the attack speed is 3 ticks compared to the Sang is 4 ticks. Another interesting thing is that the attack distance is 1 less than the Sang. It's 6 tiles or 8 tiles on long range, compared to the Sang is 7 tiles or 9 on long range. And now for the juicy part, the max hit. So with the Saturated Heart, I would be boosted, it's 112, right? Boosted to 112 with Saturated Heart. Base max hit is 31, whereas the Sang with the Saturated Heart, base max hit would be 36. So it is higher with the saying, but remember, 3 ticks versus 4 ticks. Or actually, we could look at it in TOA as well. In TOA, because you'd be salted to 125, so 35 max hit versus saying would be 40 base max hit. The 3 tick attack speed really makes this thing so good, and then it has a special attack as well. It uses up 50% of your special attack energy. It's a 5 tick attack speed for the spec, but it has double accuracy, 30% higher max hit, and it drains magic defense equal to the damage that it deals. Cannot drain below 0. I'm sure there's multiple use cases for this, but the first thing that came to mind was Whisperer. Probably be really good. So I'm very glad that I haven't really grinded out Whisperer yet. The main thing you're missing out on by not using the Saying is the healing effect of the Saying, and I'm also not sure how this would work. I'm sure there's some method you could do if you're doing solo chambers, but Saying is probably just less that you have to figure out, and the healing effect is very nice for raids. But for the most part, I think in almost every situation this is going to be better to have. It is a powered staff, so how do you charge it up? One cast of the built-in spell is 2 death runes and 1 chaos rune, or you can use 1 demon tier. The eye cannot be charged with both runes and demon tiers at the same time. You have to pick one or the other, but you can uncharge it anytime and get everything back. And it has a really cool effect that if you have the staff with you when you're fighting Doom, it will passively gain 10 to 20 charges when you defeat Doom. Let's see this. Let's charge it up, use a demon tier on the eye, and then I can equip it. Yo. I'm so happy about that, dude. And then uncharge, fully uncharge, yes. There is a dismantle option that would break it down into 10k demon tiers, which you do not want to do, but that is a thing that you can do, and I probably should work on hiding that option. I'm just gonna click to see what happens. Is that it? There's like, maybe there's a second confirmation, I don't know, but that's kind of scary. It seems very easy to accidentally do. Let's go to custom menu swaps. We'll go to custom hides, and then I'm gonna press enter. Next line, we'll do hide, dismantle, I have IAC uncharged, and now there's no longer the dismantle option. Was there a dismantle option when it was charged? No. May as well hide the drop option too. Drop, I have IAC. There's no longer a drop option. Oh, I'm so excited to use this thing in places. This is gonna be awesome. Ooh, let's use the special attack. That's so cool. Does he normally have that flashing arrow above his head?
What arrow?
Oh, there's an arrow showing up for me.
You're crazy.
I guess so. I must be making it up for attention. Oh, the Oathplate shards. The orange got me today. Man, we did 16 kills today without any drops. 17 kills even.
Freaked up.
How are we so unlucky? Spookdog's currently been AFKing Hill Giants and Moss Giants to try and get the keys to get the Hill Giant Club and the Browfighter Essence. And I gave her some goading potion a few days ago when she started, but she's pretty much out now, and I'm also pretty much out. So I am at Mixology because I'm going to buy some more Alderium. I think I'll be able to afford a few more, so let's go ahead and buy 50, 100. Yeah, I want to save some extra points because I'm running kind of low and you never know what I'm going to need here. There we go, 100 goading potions. That is 40 hours of AFK. As it turns out, having the Eye of Iac in my inventory for Doom will increase my death fee by 50k. I could use Protect Item to negate that, but it's one extra thing to have to worry about keeping on. I guess it's not a big deal, but it is still a prayer drain, and especially while I'm still learning, resources can be valuable while I'm doing the fight. And I don't think it makes a difference for the fight for what mage weapon you bring. So like the only reason to bring this would solely be to charge it up. I will do a run with the Eye of Iac because I'm curious to see how many charges I get from that, but I'm probably not going to end up using it after that. Yeah, I'm just going to call it a run here because, yeah, I made it to wave 8, but like I really have 0 chance of surviving, and there's a decent bit of loot on the line here. I also want to get a lot more confident with waves 6 and 7 because I do not feel very comfortable with them, and I think it sets up a very important foundation for wave 8. As you can see in the chat box, the Eye of Iac, I got 80. I started with 100 charges, so I got 89 additional charges. Oh my gosh. Wave 2 unique. So it's gotta be the cloth. Oh my god. What is going on? That is a really bad wave 2, but claim, yes. Oh my god. What an insane collection log for the amount of waves I've completed. I'd like to think that maybe it's making up for my little bit of unluckiness at TOA. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 30 deaths, and then here is my total waves completed. Spook Dog's asleep right now, but when she wakes up, I'll have a nice little surprise for her. I'll just have to have her give me the Tormented Brace because this thing is untradeable, so I have to be the one that makes it. And how many Demon Tears do I have? Still have almost 20k. This is a good example or perfect timing to be able to show this. I spent the day doing yard work and housework, so it was kind of like 0 time chopping the roots here today. Like I said before, I only chop these when I'm not going to be at the computer for at least 20-25 minutes. I'm getting a bit over 10k woodcutting XP per hour. It could be less if you have lower than 99 woodcutting. The Infernal Axe is really nice here too because you do occasionally get logs, and the Infernal Axe has a 1/3 chance to burn logs, so your inventory and your log basket will not get filled up as quickly. But as you can see, it's been almost 2 hours. It's probably about 700 tiers per hour. And the area I'm in, this is right before you go into the Doom room. The entrance is right over there. But let's head over to the bank, and it's always nice leaving with a full inventory and a full, or almost a full inventory and a full log basket of regular logs. I don't know if I have a use case for these, but they're starting to add up. As you can see, I have over 1,000 just passively collected. Spook Dog's awake now. I told her about the drop I got, and she put her Tormented Bracelet in the group storage, so we can go ahead and make this. So let's, or no, I need the cloth. Use the cloth on Tormented Bracelet, 10k Demon Tears, and since I collect about 700 per hour when I'm doing the chopping, it means it's about 14 to 15 hours to get 10k Demon Tears, but it's like 0 time for me. Look at that. Such a cool animation. Alright, the second pair of Confliction Gauntlets. Look at that value, 93 mil, 94 mil. And we'll toss those back into group storage. I do want to stream today, and it's a little bit too intense for me to do Doom on stream, so I will be doing some Slayer. I had an Araxor task from the last video. I have 175 left, and I am still destroying the loot because the pet is all I need. There is 1800 KC at Araxor. Wait, Soup, what the hell? That's so random seeing Soup here. He's just standing there menacingly. Mr. Krabs is the face of capitalism, very true. I think the moment that sticks with me the most is when someone was watching a movie and he unwound the movie from the guy's head and the movie went back into the TV. Yeah, Limperts. Okay, how many Limperts do I have in here? It's the real question. Not too many. Yeah, I've been struggling with Limperts recently. I'm just about out. See, I only have 28 seeds left. Oh man, what am I gonna do when I run out? Okay, here we go. This one is 500 Yama KC for me. Oh man, Soul Flame Horn, number 4, number 7 for the team.
Do better next time.
Yeah. I am pretty much out of Limpert seeds now, but I do have some Limpert seeds in the seed vault, and most of the seeds I have in the seed vault are from farming contracts because whenever I get one of these seed packs, I just dump it all straight into here. And so originally, I think I had like 2,000 or 3,000 Limpert seeds when I first really got going with the farm runs. By the time I ran out of my initial 2,000 to 3,000, I had saved up like 700 Limpert seeds, 700 or 800 in here. I've now gone through like the 700 or 800, and after going through those, I now only have not even 300 left. So I'm going to take these out, and by the time I go through these, I'll have even less in the seed vault. And eventually the margin between what I have in my bank and what I have in the seed vault is going to be so tight that I will not be able to do Limpert runs anymore unless I actively do something about it, like going to Master Farmers. But Don't plan to do that anytime soon. It seems like for wave 6+, after the first boulder's thrown out, it seems like there's a pretty good chance that Doom does a melee punish, so I should always prepare for that to happen and assume that it's going to happen every time. This was an example of not being prepared for it, and then here is an example of actually being prepared for it. I run to any of those 3 white tiles, and then Chally specking from there will drag me to that one closer white tile, which is especially important to utilize on wave 8 when there's double boulders, although I haven't really had many chances to experience double boulders myself yet at this point. I feel like I at least understand in theory how that's supposed to work. Dragon Impling. Ooh, nice. Wait, I just switched spellbooks. I clicked spellbook instead of teleport. There is 1900 KC to Raxor. I just reached 130 mil hit points XP. 100 mil grats watch the CC. Oh, wait, wait, what? Wait, I didn't see that. I got 130, 130 mil hit points followed by 100 mil strength. That is such a weird timing. I did not notice that. That is the end of the Araxor task. It's probably like close to 10 hours, 9 hours maybe. 1932 KC and still petless. Do I have any prayer mixes in here? Or is that going to be a new one? Yeah, that was new. My token U tree's taken. I can't believe it. What are the odds? By Supreme Lum. Okay. I see what's going on there. Oh, we got a PB. I guess the new upgrades are paying off. Well, some pretty crazy luck in this video. Here's the final collection log for Doom. 1 staff, 2 cloths, 181 waves completed, 0 completions, made it to wave 7, or completed wave 7 a few times. And then I've claimed loot a total of 10 times from Doom. Taking a look at Yama, here is that collection log up to 522 KC. Overall, the goal of this video wasn't really to get a completion at Doom, because I did not end up doing that, but it's more so just to try out Doom, and wasn't really even to get a unique, just to like try out Doom and see how it is. But of course I did get some uniques along the way, which is absolutely insane. Next video, I'll be trying to figure out a method for an older boss that I'm very excited to try and figure something new out. But with that said, if you want to keep me company when I stream, you can head on over to twitch.tv/wild_mudkip, and I'll have Spootdog's most recent GIM progress video linked below in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.